Brittney Griner, where she says, right there, watch this. Every time we play her, there's this commotion, like this loud rumbling from the stands. Turns out it's people, thousands of them, just sitting there watching on purpose. It's very disruptive. She says WNBA games used to be a chill, quiet place. You could bring your laptop and relax, maybe even get a little work done. But now it's like there's large gatherings of people watching us from the stands. Some of them are yelling crazy shit about what they're seeing, putting unfair pressure on us to score, like we're there for their entertainment.
Welcome back to another show. I am your host. You already know who I am. No need for introductions. And today we are about to cover Stephen A. Smith on the PBD Podcast with Patrick Bet Davis. Yes, and boy, do they get into it about the WNBA, starring 𝐒𝐭𝐞𝐳 and Angel Reese, the two WNBA players that have had smoke with each other for the past year or so. And of course, if you're one of those people who's all about race, that's all you see, you're all about race, everything to you is about race, then you have picked a side. Yes, we all know this. You are either for Angel Reese or you are for 𝐒𝐭𝐞𝐳, who is white and Angel is black. Yes, you've picked your side already. Even though the numbers speak for themselves, you will still have people who are picking sides due to identity politics, due to who they identify with. I'm not going to tell you which player is better, because if you're not familiar with the WNBA, I'm pretty sure you're familiar with the NBA. And we have to realize that these are two different sports. I'm sorry, they're two different sports. Yes, they're called basketball, but if you watch an NBA game and then watch a WNBA game, you will see the difference. There's a major difference. Why? Because we're different. Men are going to outperform the women in basketball. Why? Because we're different. Genetically, we are different. Men are dunking, shooting threes from half court. We have the arm strength to do that. We have the calf muscles to do that. Guess what? The women are not able to do that. And so it looks like two different sports being played when it's actually the same exact sport. It's basketball. But don't take my word for it. We're going to get into this video. And before we do, I need y'all to do three things for me. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and share this video so someone else can do the very same thing. And if they don't, then we're going to send a PBD podcast after them. Now, let's get into this commentary by Stephen A. Smith and Patrick Bet Davis, because they get into it about 𝐒𝐭𝐞𝐳 and Angel Reese and what's going on in the WNBA.
Mm-hmm. And
I'm a fan.
Angel Reese, right? Yeah. They're going back and forth. And Jemele Hill says by the time Angel Reese is done, she's going to be the Michael Jordan of WNBA.
She said about Angel Reese?
She said Angel Reese, by the time she retires, can you pull up this quote? She said by the time she retires, she will be the MJ of, go to Jemele Hill, type in Jemele Hill, yeah. She says by the time she retires, Jemele Hill has made a bold prediction that Angel Reese will become the MJ of the WNBA by the time she retires. That's what she said. Okay. Let me continue.
Okay.
All right. So now,
okay, guy.
While this is taking place, Brittney Griner comes out and says, I am so sick and tired of the WNBA. It used to be a peaceful, small little thing. Now there's crowds screaming, hollering. This is disruptive. It's not allowing us to play the game. This is her quote. I don't know if you saw this or not when she gave that. Okay. Can you pull up that quote? Because I got to read to, I'm going to apply for a job at First Take. I'm telling you right now, part-time, I'm coming on board helping the guys out. Can you type in Brittney Griner?
I'd bring you on.
I'd have fun with you. Brittney Griner, where she says, right there, watch this. Every time we play her, there's this commotion, like this loud rumbling from the stands. Turns out it's people, thousands of them, just sitting there watching on purpose. It's very disruptive. She says WNBA games used to be a chill, quiet place. You could bring your laptop and relax, maybe even get a little work done. But now it's like there's large gatherings of people watching us from the stands. Some of them are yelling crazy shit about what they're seeing, putting unfair pressure on us to score, like we're there for their entertainment. You are. The whole thing is toxic. I saw a guy with his daughter in the crowd, both of them yelling, couldn't hear what they were saying exactly, but it was either my performance or some light racism. But here's where I'm going with this. So the WNBA says they want to get paid more. They're saying this year they're going to make $1 billion. That's what they're saying, okay? For the first time ever. Now that Caitlin Clark is hurt for 2 weeks, did you see ticket prices? Insane. Let me read you the ticket prices. After Caitlin Clark's been hurt for 2 weeks. All right? So let's go through this. Caitlin Clark absence is having an immediate impact beyond the court. According to data shared by Yahoo Sports via TickPick, prices for 2 specific Indiana Fever away games against the Chicago Sky and the Washington Mystics dropped sharply after Clark was sidelined. Before the injury, the lowest ticket available for Fever's matchup in Chicago was $86. For the game in Washington, fans needed at least $41 to get in. After the news of Clark's absence, those get-in prices fell to $25 from $86 and $14 from $41. What the hell is going on with WNBA that they cannot handle all this attention that they're getting, as well as the hate and anger towards Caitlin Clark?
First things first. Respectfully. Brittney Griner was in a Russian prison. You would think that somebody who is now free, back in America on home soil, would not have too much to complain about. Especially something like this. Fans in every sport. She described the fans.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what sport you are. It doesn't matter what sport you pick. That's how fans act in every arena. In every arena. So, and then when you, clearly she's not remembering who they let out to get her back.
The
on
Merchant
American
of
Soul.
Death.
The Merchant of Death. An arms dealer that wanted to kill American citizens, according to the reports. That's who they let out. Mm-hmm. For her. You would think that you would be smiling, you would be ecstatic, you would be happy, and something like this wouldn't faze you at all. The fact that it does is disturbing. I'll leave it at that. When it comes to Caitlin Clark, now I've taken hits because I was calling it from day one. You got people that are resentful towards her.
Women lie, men lie, numbers don't. If Caitlin Clark was not putting up the numbers that she's putting up, then guess what? People would not come to see her. So she's putting up numbers. Not to mention, she's putting up numbers in ticket sales. Y'all just heard the difference in ticket prices. From the times when she plays till when she doesn't play. It's more than half. Do you not understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? The ticket prices are they're cut more than half. So Caitlin is actually doing numbers. She's bringing those fans in. That's why Brittney Griner is complaining about there being so many fans when they go and play them. Now you have to understand something. The fans is a part of the game. How is it you are complaining about the fans being there? That to me is crazy. You're complaining about the fans who pay their hard-earned money to see you play being there, making too much noise. This is why the WNBA is not making as much money as they can. And with this attitude, if the women in this league continue to have this attitude, then guess what? They will never, ever make as much money as the men make. They just won't. And y'all have to understand something also. Angel Reese is not putting up numbers. She's not. Because if she was, you want to know how I know she isn't? Because if she was, then we would have heard about it a long time ago. Trust me, all those people that are backing her in this war that they have, this war between her and Caitlin Clark, they would have been brought up the numbers. But guess what, though? When it comes to numbers, they're silent. They're on hush mouth. You don't hear nothing about it. That's because she is not putting up any numbers. So, tell me how she is the next MJ of the WNBA. To me, somebody's capping.
But it's really not about her, guys. It's about what she represents. Before she ever came along, there were a lot of outstanding basketball players who happened to be black females that was doing their thing on the WNBA level. And they never got this kind of shine. This girl, the Golden Goose, comes along and she wreaks havoc. She's the Rookie of the Year. She's 4th in the league in MVP voting. 4th in the league, her rookie year.
Wow.
Outstanding. She's like Steph Curry. She can pull up from anywhere. You understand? She has that kind of capability. Didn't win a national championship. Lost to LSU one year. Lost to South Carolina another year. But she's outstanding and clearly worthy of being the number 1 overall pick. And what I was saying to everybody is ride the wave. Rising tide lifts all boats. The girl is spectacular. It's not like she's not a scrub. She's not only can play, she's a star caliber player who draws this attention. And maybe it's because that fan base that she has and her being a young white lady contributes to it. So what? Benefit from it. And then you have a lot of folks that have come to the defense of numerous WNBA players because they were pointing out like this has been going on before long and people are not hating on her. It's not about hating on her. It's that you feel she is getting a level of attention that you deserved and you warranted long before she ever came along. It's understandable, but it happens. You think there weren't players that weren't jealous of Michael Jordan, that didn't resent Michael Jordan? Okay? Ask the Detroit Pistons how they felt about Michael Jordan and how much they enjoyed beating him up before he ultimately captured the championship. Eventually, he got tired of getting his ass kicked. Like literally, slamming him to the floor, invoking Jordan rules.
Exactly.
He got tired of all that, got himself bulkier, bigger, etc. And all of these things happen. The point is, Magic and Bird, Jordan, Kobe came along, there was resentment. I mean, the list goes on and on. It happens. So to me, there's nothing wrong with the resentment that you may feel towards what she represents. It's actually good because it provokes a level of hostility, which elevates the competitive fervor, and y'all go out there and compete, and everybody gets paid. But unfortunately, you almost feel like you have some folks within the WNBA that wishes that would rather not be in a very fruitful position because of their resentment towards her. And they won't admit it, but I've been talking about it for months.
I gotta reply to this.
Yeah.
So I'm not just gonna let you sit here and talk trash about my man, Brittney Griner.
I have to tell y'all something, right? There's a level of entitlement there. That's exactly what it is. I call it for what it is. Y'all know this. On this show, we call things for what they are. And I speak my mind. And if you agree with me that there is a level of entitlement in the WNBA, leave a hold the applause in the comment section, or just leave a comment. Let me know that you agree with that. And if you don't, still leave a comment so we can have the discussion. But I say that because there's no way that another player, is getting that level of attention and I'm just going to talk. No, I'm going to go out there and play my heart out. I'm not going to talk. Once you start talking, that usually means you are not willing to put forth the effort it takes to be greater than that person because you feel like you deserve that level of attention already. Nobody does. I'm sorry. And just like they said with MJ, with Kobe, even LeBron, there's a level of jealousy there amongst the other players in the NBA. But what do? Some of them may sneak this. Yes, of course they do. You still have jealousy that reigns supreme in the NBA. It does. But the other players, the ones who know that this is not given to you, it's earned, guess what they do? They get better. They get bigger. They get faster. They practice their shots. And now they can compete on a different level. That's what it's about. It's not about entitlement. You can't feel like you should get a level of attention that another player gets. Why? Because usually that other player is better than you. And I believe this is why the black people, the black community, were going so hard at Caitlin Clark and saying that it's a race issue because you have the other black players that were not getting that same level of attention that Caitlin Clark, who now enters the WNBA, is getting.
Straight up. No, I'm just letting you know right now. Because my dude Brittney,
she's a young lady.
Let me defend her for a second, please. There's people in there making noises. They're yelling. They're booing. In her defense, she's never seen fans before. Stephen A. Smith. They've never been at the games. They've never had fans. Now she has crowds, and she's wondering.
She was at Baylor before she came to the WNBA. Trying to tell me there wasn't fans at Baylor?
All those Baylor Bear basketball games.
I'm just saying.
Maybe.
No.
15 years ago.
Women's basketball?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
In college.
College gets their love now. Come on now.
But not the WNBA. Not the WNBA.
Well, it's growing.
And the best thing that they've ever had in the WNBA is 𝐒𝐭𝐞 Clark.
From a box office perspective.
And by the way, she ain't the first to do this. There's Diana Taurasi. There's Lisa Leslie. There's
Diana
Cheryl
Taurasi
Swoops.
is phenomenal.
Okay.
All of them.
Respect
Cheryl
to
Swoops,
them.
all of them.
All of them. But let's just call
Candace
a spade
Parker,
a spade here.
yeah.
Sure. WNBA's trash.
No,
Straight
I'm not going to say that.
Okay, this is my opinion.
Okay.
This is my opinion.
Okay.
It's a zombie company. It loses money. Nobody's going to the game. Thank God they get 𝐒𝐭𝐞 Clark. She's injured for 2 weeks. All of a sudden, attendance goes down. This is not going to work long term. You trust me. You'll see this long term. Ain't nobody going to WNBA games. Vinny, who won the championship last year? You don't even know.
Liberty.
Who's the yeah, you're a professional sports pastor. Come on. Tom, who's the leading player in the league right now, WNBA? You don't know.
Sarah.
PBD, how many teams are there in the WNBA?
60.
I don't know. The point is nobody cares. And we're trying to make a story out of a story that don't exist. And I'm here to play the game. WNBA, 𝐒𝐭𝐞 Clark, nobody cares. Nobody cares.
If the WNBA makes $1 billion this year, you lose the argument.
Okay.
If the WNBA
That's
makes
the biggest if ever.
Okay, what is WNBA
If my
projected to
grandma
make this year?
had she'd be my
Here
grandpa.
we go. Listen, guy. It's projecting that this year WNBA is going to make $1 billion.
Is that profit or revenue?
It doesn't matter. You'll find a way to increase EBITDA, driven by surge in popularity, increased revenue from ticket sales, merchandise, and television deals, particularly due to the impact of their players like 𝐒𝐭𝐞 Clark. The league's revenue is expected to grow significantly, with forecasts suggesting a global market value exceeding $1 billion.
Okay.
This is going in that direction.
It's going
where there's
in the
a
right
market
It's been 25 years where they haven't made a penny.
But
So now all of a sudden you want to be like, maybe this year.
time out. It was growing before she arrived, and then it elevated to another level.
Stephen A. was not feeling what my man was talking about. Yo, Stephen A. was not feeling what my man was talking about at all. Y'all heard the pushback because you just watched the same clip that I watched. Stephen A. he was ready to defend the WNBA players, while my man was there just telling it how it is. He was stating his opinion, and he doesn't watch the WNBA. None of those men on the panel watch the WNBA. Honestly, I've never seen a WNBA game. So there's a lot of people who don't watch it, and there's people who do watch it. We get it. We understand. Not every sport is for everyone. Just like I love soccer, but I actually don't sit there and watch a soccer game. I don't watch baseball games. I mean, I'm sorry. Matter of fact, I love sports to the point where I wish I was playing certain sports, but I'm not. And so I still get to watch other players do their thing. And this should be the same way with the WNBA. And of course, as y'all see that they talk about they are projected to make $1 billion, whose name was in there? 𝐒𝐭𝐞 Clark. They said due to the rising popularity of the WNBA and its player, 𝐒𝐭𝐞 Clark. Yes, they didn't say Angel Reese. They didn't name any other WNBA player. They named her. So you have to give credit where it's due. If she's doing numbers, then she's doing numbers. It is what it is. But at the same time, I know one thing. None of those men knew any stats about the WNBA.
But once she's arrived, and she's not going anywhere anytime soon. And, by the way, remember this name.
Okay.
𝐭𝐤 Watkins.
Okay.
Out of USC.
I seen her. Freshman, great player.
Spectacular. She tore
She can
ACL.
ball.
Tore ACL in the NCAA tournament last year. You know, she's special. And I'm just telling you, you're going to see the league continue.
Who wins this game? Ready? WNBA All-Star versus the best high school players ABC Nike game. High school Ben versus WNBA player, best players. Who wins?
Here's my response to that. I think it would be the high school, but I would say this to you.
Because you're right.
Don't underestimate women and the growing support they're providing to the WNBA. Remember, anything successful, you usually have the women behind it, supporting the product.
Don't underestimate the NBA subsidizing.
The NBA and the NFL
yes.
went to another level once they appealed more to women. What if the women decide we gonna focus and lock in on the WNBA?
No, the NFL started growing once they implemented what's called cheerleaders. And people were like, oh, okay, we'll go to the game. Look at them. Look at them Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders.
Come on, bro.
You lost
What?
credibility. with your
How did I lose
Honestly,
credibility?
At this point, like, stop the podcast, Brand. Rob, let's just finish it up
ridiculous.
and go to.
I'm losing credibility.
That's not
WNBA
true.
hasn't made one penny, but I'm losing
Let
credibility.
me put it.
Okay.
I'll tell you one thing.
Okay.
Let
You're
me
Using
tell you-
credibility
Zombie
because of a
company.
bizarre
Let me-
statement about the
Let
NFL.
me tell you what I like. Let me tell you what I like. You know what I like? Here's what I like. I don't care what's going on. I want to see animosity in sports.
Yes.
I don't
Doesn't bother
care
me.
what's going on. I love the fact that right now, who's the guy in the heavyweight UFC that's pushing the buttons of John Jones saying, I'm officially the
Oh, Tom
super heavyweight
Aspinall?
Aspinall. He's saying, I'm officially
That
the
guy's a
super because John Jones has retired.
But John Jones is the
Jones
man.
has retired. John Jones has retired, right? I love animosity. The best fights were Cormier against John Jones. The best fights was Khabib against, Conor. You know, you want that, with Mayweather
good.
used to fight what weekend? Cinco de Mayo. That was his way. Like, I'm going to take your ass out. So to me, I don't know. I just love the fact that there's animosity. You know what game I'm going to see the stat line on? You know what game? The next time Fever plays whoever
Whatever
Reese is.
team she plays now.
No, only Reese.
Yeah.
Only Reese. Because animosity changes the game.
I have to tell y'all, he definitely lost all credibility. Yeah, he did. When he made the comment about the cheerleaders and people only came to the NFL games because of the cheerleaders, yeah, he lost all credibility. Matter of fact, my man does not watch sports at all. I'm sorry. It is what it is. He doesn't watch any sports. Stephen A. had it up to here. You could see the fumes coming out of Stephen A.'s ears. He had it up to here with his comments. Credibility lost. And then you had the other men on the podcast. They were just like, all right, man, just quit while you're ahead. Just quit. Patrick Bet-Davis actually saved him because, yeah, Brian was making a fool of himself. I'm sorry. He really was. But we know that we have come a long way, have we not? This is the thing that we all must remember and understand. Years ago, there were no WNBA players. The WNBA did not exist. Do y'all not understand what type of milestone that is? We have made such great progress as a society that we have different leagues for the different genders. We are allowing everyone a chance to play, everyone a chance to be great. That is what really matters. But other people will see it differently, just like Brittney Griner. Instead of appreciating the fact that she gets to play on the court and get paid to do what she loves, she would rather complain. And this is why I say, when we got social media and everybody all of a sudden had a voice, this is when the world went mad. I don't know how y'all feel about this video. I liked it. I agreed with some of the stuff that they said, some of the things that I don't agree with, but that's just my opinion. You have yours. Leave a comment in the comment section and let's talk about it. Until next time.
If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content.